and welcome to the channel. My name is Eto Starheart, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to go touch some grass. Welcome to Grounding 101. Buckle up, baby, and welcome to my basic series. This is Grounding 101 with yours truly. So today we're talking about grounding and how you can use it to build an incredible foundation of strength and resilience. Grounding is one of the most basic and beginner techniques one learns as they embark on their spiritual path. As such, it makes it very easy to overlook and put aside once you start learning about more tantalizing techniques and advanced practices. But I cannot stress just how important a basic grounding technique is in your repertoire. As someone who has about 5 placements in earth signs in my astro charts, I tend to already be pretty grounded, but even then, there are times where I need to pause and re-ground myself because of some acute stressors at work, or my mind is just drifting through the ethers. And I, of course, incorporate grounding at the beginning of any major ritual I'm doing, or high-level casting, channeling, etc. So let's begin. What is grounding? For fun, let's start with some basic definitions, shall we? There's quite a few different ways the word itself is used. You gotta love the English language. So I'm going to choose a couple of definitions I think are the most pertinent to our talk here. Then hopefully by the end you'll be well grounded in this subject.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So let's actually look at the way I used it there. To be grounded in. To give something abstract a firm theoretical or practical basis. Example, the study of history must be grounded in a thorough knowledge of the past. To instruct someone thoroughly in a subject. They were grounded in the classics, in history, and in literature. Okay, for our purposes in this video, this definition is kind of meta, isn't it? Let's look at another one. To place or lay something on the ground or hit the ground with it. Example, he was penalized 2 strokes for grounding his club in a bunker. To place or lay something on the ground. All right, let's look at one more. This time, let's look at what electrical engineers call grounding, which should give us some better insight. Electrical grounding is the process of creating an efficient pathway for electricity to discharge. It's known as grounding because the electricity is typically guided to the ground where it's able to discharge. Without grounding, electricity may build up inside of wires or connected devices to dangerously high levels. When this occurs, the wires or devices may arc. Grounding prevents this from happening by ensuring that excess electricity is safely discharged. That discharge part is important. Keep that in mind for later. That definition is a little closer to what we're looking for, but let's take a look at one more, a little more meta. Let's look at what the muggles think grounding is. Grounding, also known as earthing, is when you stand on the earth or have contact with a product that's grounded into the earth. This connects your body to the natural electrical charge of the earth, transferring electrons into your body. Some research shows that soaking up electrons can lower inflammation, ease stress, and improve sleep, to name a few. So this was taken from webmd.com. The muggles call it earthing, which I think is kind of funny, but this definition, it's not bad at all. All of that is true enough, but it's missing so much of the essence of the thing, as so much secularized spiritual knowledge is missing. They remove the spirit of the thing and only focus on the form. That's alright though? They don't know. So let's do a little resurrection, shall we? Let's reinvigorate this idea with a higher truth. We're going to talk bioenergetic fields and auras. To do this, I need to start with 2 subjects. There is you and there is the earth. Both are consisted of energy in various forms, qualities, and attributes. Electrical, as the engineers know, which in your body is expressed as nervous energy and thoughts. The electricity flowing through your nervous system. And in the earth, in various ways you already know. Lightning, static electricity, ball lightning, whatsoever. Magnetic energy, which is expressed in the body as emotions, feelings, and sensations. These 2 are intimately linked and seemingly separated because on a higher level they come from one force. You may also hear this called electromagnetism or dielectricity. You and the earth are also composed of various other forms of energy as well. Just to name a few, you have plasma, astral, and etheric energy. The last one science is just now rediscovering. Believe me, they already know. And labeling it 0-point energy, counter space, etc. It's etheric energy. Nikola Tesla, God rest his soul, had known and studied this phenomenon throughout his life and career, and the things he was able to achieve through his understanding are remarkable and akin to high magic and magical artifice. He was truly a genius of his age. Anyway, these are just some of the energies that you have. They are not all expressed in the third dimension, but you can experience them depending on your state of consciousness. Now, energy likes to flow. All things are moving, spinning, vibrating. The universe has a great rhythm, and stagnation invites death. As such, the energies within you are also in flow, as above, so below, and all that. Your blood flows, your nervous energy flows, your emotional energy flows. These all circulate throughout your body, your entire multidimensional body. These all circulate throughout the earth as well, throughout the earth's body, its entire multidimensional body. Isn't that cool? I think that's pretty cool. Okay. And we have a good foundation of knowledge to work from to try and really explain what grounding is and what you're trying to actually do when you're grounding in a spiritual and metaphysical sense. We have some muggle definitions, and we have a brief understanding of our energy fields, our auras. Let's use both to clarify spiritual grounding. Electrical grounding is the process of creating an efficient pathway for electricity to the ground, right? So metaphysical grounding would be the process of creating an efficient pathway for your energy to the earth and from the earth to you. It is not only electrical energy that is transferred between you two, but also these metaphysical subtle energies. Grounding is a process of consciously and willfully reestablishing an energetic connection with the earth. My day job is on the second floor of a building, and I ground myself from there quite often. Might take a bit longer, and in the beginning it might not feel as effective. You're still working through space at this point, but you can still achieve tangible results from elevated positions. And in fact, you don't need to be physically touching the earth to do so, or touching a product that's grounded into the earth. These things can be helpful for sure, like go lay in a nice field as often as you can. That shit's really nice, but they're not hard restrictions. So we now know what grounding is in a meta-sense, but how do you do it? Well, there are various ways, but I'll share with you a simple technique I like to use. This technique I am calling planting roots. I will break this technique down into 3 components: the visualization, the breath, and your intention/willpower. First, the visualization. This can be done with your eyes open or closed, depending on how good you are at visualizing your preferences. In your body, you have 7 main chakras, some major chakras, and many minor chakras. The two we are mainly focusing on are the minor ones in your feet and the 7 main ones. I want you to bring your focus from wherever it is in your body to your root chakra, and then take your focus down to your feet. You can focus on both your feet at the same time. You can wiggle your toes if you have to. In your feet, I want you to imagine and visualize 2 glowing, spinning circles of light. Don't worry about the specifics too much. These are your foot chakras. Next, I want you to visualize a pool of energy beneath your feet. If you need a color, either red or green or even white works fine. I typically visualize red or green for its associations with earth energy. This is going to be a well of power you're drawing from. Now that you're visualizing, imagining both your feet chakras and the pool of energy from your feet, and the pool of energy beneath your feet, I want you to imagine glowing roots of light extending from your chakras into the pool of light. When they're in there, imagine the energy flowing into your roots into your left leg. This is your metaphysically receptive leg. Flows into your left leg, into your root chakra. And imagine the energy flowing through your body and up through the microcosmic orbit, up your back, up through your chakras on your backside, through your head, and back down through the front. Down to your root, down through the right leg, back into the earth. This completes the circuit. Don't worry, now you're grounded. Now you can't leave your room for 2 weeks. Next, I'm going to move on to breath. In most metaphysical arts, we utilize the breath to help us control the flow of energy. Inhale, exhale, the breath of life. Breath is full of power and mystery. We use the breath in grounding to control the flow as well. We inhale when drawing up the earth energy from the pool, and we match the exhale with the energy leaving our right leg. Inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. You can exhale out the nose as well, but I'm not entirely sure as how efficient that is. Try to exhale out the mouth. Do not inhale through the mouth. Do not be a mouth breather. It's not efficient. Now on to intent and will. I combine these two because will can be confusing for people sometimes. Okay, so will and intent. By this I mean you must mean to do the thing you're setting out to do. No half measures. If I intend to clean my room in the evening, that is the focus of my action. I'm not going to dirty the room instead or go out partying or something. Energy follows intent and responds to will. What is will? Will is a bit more nuanced in its context, but it's drive, command, and action. To will something to happen is to make something happen. It's your creative force expressed with focused purpose. I will be a masterful, successful, and wealthy spiritual teacher and healer. That is my will. It will be done. Now all of my energy is focused on that end, on making that happen. In the context of grounding and metaphysics, we use will to move the energy, and the energy follows our intention. So when you're visualizing, you must mean to draw the energy up into your body, circulating it and releasing out the old energy. You must mean it as if you were commanding someone or something. Do not doubt yourself. After all, true strength is believing in oneself. So let's recap. Grounding is the process of reestablishing an energetic circuit with the earth. We do this by visualizing the energy flowing from the earth and into and through our bodies and back into the earth. The technique I shared with you is called planting roots, wherein you visualize energetic roots that draw up the beneficial energies just like plant roots. You learn the importance of breath and the importance of will in this regard, and metaphysics in general. Now I want to share with you some reasons why we ground and why you ground before doing high-level energy work, channeling, whatever. Benefits of grounding. It has a lot of benefits. The physical ones, science is still discovering. The exchange of electrons and the reduction of inflammation in the body, to name a few. There's lots more. Honestly, earthing is a great practice, and more people should do it. I mean, look at the hobbits. Those guys are pretty jovial and merry all the time. Must be because their dogs are always touching the grass. Some of the metaphysical benefits of grounding are an increased sense of fortitude and resilience. You'll start feeling more solid. I mean, you're taking in earth energy. What's more solid than a rock, right? Your sense of security will go up. In the moments, grounding promotes a calm mind and body. It's an excellent way to reduce nervousness and the sense of being overwhelmed. This is one of the main reasons we ground before doing high-level work. That discharge I mentioned earlier returns here. You can discharge excess energy as well through grounding. Old emotional energy, ground it out. Worrisome thoughts, you can ground it out. Randomly picked up some energy from someone because you totally forgot to shield yourself, ground it out. Release it. Now, when we're working with large amounts of energy, very powerful spirits, accessing higher dimensions, etc., you'll sometimes experience a feeling of being untethered to your body, which can be nice for sure, but we're accessing these higher planes. We're not doing it for vacation. We're doing it to bring something beneficial back with us. Some insight, some wisdom, some knowledge of some sort, a healing, whatever it is. To access these higher planes without being grounded and embodied is like letting go of a balloon string. The balloon is subject to all kinds of winds and it's blown in every single direction. It's not grounded and focused in your hand. The same thing can happen when you're not grounded. Disassociation with the body, wandering unfocused minds, and a feeling of drifting through life are telltale signs of an ungrounded person. Ungrounded channeling can be harmful, not to mention as not as efficient. I mean, are you really bridging the heavens and earth if you yourself aren't grounded on the earth? I don't think so. Or at least not as much as you could be. So practice your grounding. Practice your grounding in witches and wizards and light workers, energy workers. You too, Grandma. I promise you'll benefit from it. Well, here we are. Thank you for watching this video, everyone. My name is Eto Starheart, a lifelong mystic and mage, and now a budding spiritual teacher. This has been the first in my revamped basic series, where I choose some of the more basic spiritual topics that I find important foundations and expand on it for understanding. If you found this video helpful or beneficial, you know what to do. Hit that like, leave a comment, what have you, and look forward to the next video. Stay tuned, and I'll see you there.